Morpheus tells Neo in the Matrix that he wants to free his mind. I want to free your mind. I want you to become a creative machine in the Mac Lab. And I just want to point out something. We have 4 columns of skill building, and we are at the top of the 4th column, which means we are 75% of the way through the school year. And I'm using a meme. This photograph was taken by an individual, Antonio, I don't know, I'll show you in a minute. But I use this meme to just communicate to you guys how I can't understand how you can be so entranced with your cell phone. Now, the backstory behind this, if you go to Antonio Gillum and you look up Distracted Boyfriend, you will find the backstory. Do this outside of class because it's a very deep hole and it's wonderful. It's a way that a photographer went from being 1 in a million to being one who a million are talking about because he came up with something that went viral. So that brings us to the quote of the day. And if you think about this in terms of going viral, in terms of making a difference, in terms of, generating excitement and getting people's attention, well, then it's worthwhile. Because your thought needs to have context. And in the quote of the day, that context is provided. Now, what's this second video? What the heck? Shop vac. You listen to this video and you're going to hear an upbeat song. Da, 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 da. And you're going to say, oh man, that's cool. That's a happy song. Listen to the lyrics. Watch the kinetic typography. When I saw Weird Al's word crimes that I showed you on Friday, I said, I know who did that. I know who did that. Because this guy right here, he had only done one other kinetic typography video before word crimes. This is it. This video is over 10 years old, and it is still considered the gold standard of kinetic typography videos. Was he an artist? Was he a master at After Effects and Photoshop and Illustrator and Toon Boom Studio and everything else he used? No. He was a coder for the state of California who worked in the Department of Weights and Measures and worked on websites and their apps that allowed people to access that part of the state's bureaucracy. He did this because he wanted to learn. And people asked him, how'd you learn? How'd you learn how to do this so cool? What did you do? Did you watch a lot of videos? And he said, no. I read the manuals. He's a coder. He thinks differently than the rest of us. He didn't look for shortcuts. He went straight to the root. And when you watch this, we're going to talk more about this because this is literally the greatest kinetic typography video I've ever seen. And it's, go back 10, 12 years. That's how old it is. How old were you 10 or 12 years ago? How could this hold up? Watch this video. Think about the design. Think about all the touches. Watch it more than once. Listen to the song. Watch how he brings it to life. And it doesn't matter how many times you watch it. You won't get it all because there are so many touches. If you go to the page where this video is hosted and look at all the comments, you will see people who have spent countless hours watching it, thinking about it, discovering things, and are just in awe of what a coder did. A guy with no training because he wanted to do it just right. How long did it take? He says somewhere between 500 and 1,000 hours. You're going to spend 180 hours in this classroom this year. Actually, closer to 150. 500 to 1,000 hours to make a 3-minute video. And it was a fan vid. No one paid him. He did it because he wanted to do it. What do you want to do the rest of the year?